So are we able to close more number of opportunities in the last 6 months? Or okay, are the number of opportunities which are closed, is it reducing or increasing? How many leads we are getting? How many opportunities will be closed? Okay, in next 6 months. Okay, employee wise, we want to track the analysis. When you make a call to the call center, then you get a call. Are you happy with this support given by the executive? Right? 5 being the top, okay, 1 being the least. Now, what is the purpose? They want to analyze how many calls this executive has taken, how many of the customers are happy with the service, how many of the customers are not happy with the service. How many of the customers are happy with the service? How many of the customers are not happy with the service? Right. Now, to draw this, we require an analysis. They take the data, make a predictions on it. Now, let us say I have a table here. I have this table. Name of the student, course, city. Now I have some data. This is the data. On this data, I want to form the reports. The reports what we are forming, we have different analysis. The first one is, I want to draw the conclusion. How many students have joined for the Java course? Give me the report about number of students who have joined for the Java. So they have given me Sharma, this is how we create. Now, what was that? A report which says number of students who have joined for the Java. I want to get the report. Number of students who have joined for Salesforce. Number of students who have joined from Hyderabad. Number of students who have joined from Bangalore. We want to draw some conclusion out of the data. Now, this report is giving you what? List of records. List of students who joined from Hyderabad. List of students who joined from Bangalore. List of students who joined for Java. List of students who joined for SFDC. It is giving a list of records. Now, what type of report is this? It is called a tabular report. What type of report is this? Tabular. Tabular means simply a list of records are given to you. List of records given to you based on your condition. They are giving you list of records based on your condition. It is called tabular report. Now, let us go to the next one. I want to give me the list of students who joined for the course city-wise. Name, course, Sharma, then we got Hyderabad. Now we are drawing the data based on the city. Then we have this is how we created the report. We are drawing the report city wise. Group the data based on city wise. Group the data based on city wise. So the report comes like this: Hyderabad, city Hyderabad 3 records. City, no, I have given based on course, right? I made a mistake here. What was that? SFDC, SFDC. Now the grand total for the section. Right. So what was this? Grouping the data based on a particular field. If you are grouping the data based on a particular field, then we call it as then we are going to call it as a summary report. We are going to call it as summary report. Grouping the data based on a particular field, it is called summary report. Up to how many fields we can group? 3 fields. Group 1, subgroup, subgroup. Up to 3 levels we can group it. Group 1, subgroup, subgroup. Up to 3 levels we can group it. Group 1, group 2, group 3. Up to 3 levels we can group it. Summary report. Grouping the data based on a particular field. It is called a summary report. Let us go to the next one. Next one is matrix. Matrix will be in the form of what? Row wise and column wise. Group row wise, group by city, column wise, group by course. So we are going to get like this: name, column wise, group by course. What are the values we have in the course? Java and SFDC. Sharma, Java, then we have current SFDC. We had Prasad, SFDC. And this is how we are drawing the conclusion. So row wise, column wise. Now, tell me how many people have joined for Java from Hyderabad? This is a row wise grouping and column wise grouping. row wise grouping and column wise grouping. Number of people joined for Java, 2 people. SFDC 1. Total amount. From Bangalore, how many people have joined for Java? 1. SFDC 2. Now, overall number of students 3. So, number of people joined for Java 3 people. Number of people from Hyderabad joined 2 people. Number of people from Bangalore joined 1 person. So what was that? It is a B2B comparison. Business to business comparison. Like I will say, from Hyderabad, SR Nagar branch, how many I-10s are sold, how many I-10 sports is sold, how many I-20 is sold, how many Creta are stored. Now what is what? Business to business. From LB Nagar branch, how many I-10s, how many I-20s, how many Creta, how many X, Y, Z. If you want to make a B2B comparison, then we go for what? Matrix. So row wise and column wise grouping is matrix. Row wise grouping is summary. List of record is tabular. List of records tabular. Row wise grouping. List of records tabular. Row wise grouping, summary. Row wise and column wise grouping, matrix. Now if you want to join 2 reports and form a single report, it's called joined report. The fourth format of report is, let me give you fourth format of report. This report says, I'm joining all these 3 reports. Joining 3 reports and making a single report. Here I have name course. Names. Like this. This is what was. It's a joined report. Joining 2 or more reports and forming a single report. It's called joined report. But the point is, all these should be formed on the same table. On the same table, different reports what we have, we are joining together, forming a single report. This is what? Drawing conclusions on the data, giving you some analysis, which is nothing but a report. If you want to create a report, what are the things we require? If anybody wants to create a report, the first thing that we need to understand is report type. Report type means it will tell you on which object are you creating a report, what are the fields which are used in the report, on which object you are creating a report, on which fields we are creating a report, what is the data on which we are creating a report, on which object you are creating a report, on which fields you are creating a report, and what is the data on which you are creating a report. It's called report type. Report type will tell you on which object you are creating a report, on which fields you are creating a report, what is the data that is used in the report. There are 2 types of report types, standard report type and custom report type. When I say standard report type, the report type which is created by the Salesforce is called standard report type. Like at the time of creating an object, we have an option, hello reports. You remember, at the time of creating an object, we have hello reports. If we enable that, Salesforce by default create standard report types. On all the standard objects, standard report types will come. On the custom objects on which we enable hello report types option, Only those objects, standard report types will come. Now, custom report types. As per your requirement, you can build the report types what you need. So, building your own report types is called custom report types. Building your own report types is called custom report types. Now, how do you build your own report types? Setup, build, customize, build, create. Then we have here report types. Once again, setup, build, create, report types, new report types. Then I am creating primary object. On which object you want to create a report? Now I am saying customers. Customer with payments. Now, where you want to store? Other folder. Deployed or in development. Now, customer you are taking. Do you want to take the data from only customer object, or you also want to use the data from the corresponding child object? Customer object you have taken. Do you want to include the data from only customer object, or you want to include the data from corresponding child objects also? So we have corresponding child object. What is the corresponding child object? Payments are not there. Take the object. Loan we are taking. Now, customer with the corresponding loan. Now they are asking, which customer data I have to include? Only those customers which have a loans, or every customer irrespective of whether it has a loan or not? Do you want to take every customer record, or only those customers which have a loan? Now look at this. Each A record must have at least one B record. A is a customer, B is a loan. Every customer record should have at least one loan. If I choose this, A record may or may not have B. I am choosing this. Now A to B, B to C. I can go A to B, B to C. I can take up to 3 levels. 1, 2, one more level I can take. I can take one more level. Okay. Up to how many levels you can take? 3 levels. Now you selected the objects. You selected which data you want to take. Next. In the customer object, there are 20 fields. In the loan object, there are 18 fields. You tell me which field should be included in the report. Now I told whichever the fields you don't want, select the fields, drag and drop. The fields which you don't want, select the field, drag and drop. The fields which are left out here, only they will be used in the fields which are left out here, only those fields can be used in the report. Similarly here. I'll remove maximum fields to show the impact.
Which report is this?
Now we are only creating a report type. It's only report type. Report type will not tell which report is this. Report type will tell on which object we are creating a report. At the time of creating a report, you have to tell what type of report is this. This is only report type. Report type will tell you what? On which object we are creating, which fields we are using it. Using this report type, we can create any type of report. Okay. So I made 3, I made 7 fields here. Okay. Now,
So can't be multiple columns separated.
No, one second. Now, look at the format, sales. Go to the report. Go to the report. Click on the report tab. New report. All these are report types. Who created all these report types? Salesforce. Standard. Now, just now we created only one. But how could you get so many things here? We created only one, but we are finding customers, branches, client, application. The reason for this is, how are you getting this? Setup. Build, create, objects, application, allow reports. I disable it. Branch, allow reports. Then I have customer, allow reports. Because you enabled some of the standard reports came. Because you enabled some of the standard reports came. If you disable it, we'll be losing everything. Okay. Now go back here. Reports. New report. Other reports. We have only this. Right. Still client. I will try to remove that also. We lost all those standard reports. Because we removed that option, we lost the standard reports. So if you want the Salesforce to create some standard reports, then enable allow reports option. If you enable allow reports option, then automatically Salesforce will create some standard report types. Okay. Go back. Reports. New report. Now this is not report. This is report type. Now what you are finding here is called report builder page. This is called report builder page. Now look at this. One small clarification. We just now created a report types, removed all the fields. Still the fields are visible here. They are not removed actually. I need to click on save, so the fields are not removed. No. Somebody has asked me, selecting the multiple fields at a time. Just now somebody has asked me, can't we do multiple select? Then we have here change the object.
Need to press Ctrl or somehow shift key
Control.
to select the.
Control.
Thank you. Yeah.
So this is how we got it. In the previous example, I not saved it. Go back. Again, I'm creating a report. Customer loan. Create it. Only the fields which are left out. The fields, after removing whatever the fields are left out, only those fields are coming here. So whatever the report you want to create, drag and drop the field. Whichever the fields you want, drag and drop. If you don't want, remove it. This is how we are creating. So what was this page called? Report builder page. Now this is the report type. Using this report type, what type of report you create, it's your choice. That is the report type. Report type will tell you this is the object used, these are the fields used, this is the data used. With this table, with these fields, with this data, what type of report you want to create, you create. Right now what you are finding is called report builder page. This is called report builder page. This is a filter pane. This is a preview pane. This is the fields pane. Filter, fields, preview. Filter, fields, preview. I hope you got my point. Now once again I'll create the reports here. Reports tab. New report. Choose the report type. Choose the report type. Then apply the filter condition. You want to apply any filter condition? Your condition. Where stage name stage not equals to closed 1 or closed last. Then I applied a filter condition. Now tell me which fields you want to display. As per this filter condition, you're going to get a data where create a date. As per the filter, we got the records. Now you want to show all the fields. You want to show all the fields. The fields which you don't want, you can just remove them. This is the data. Now what type of report is this? What type of report is this? Tabular report. What type of report is this? Tabular report. Then look at this. Amount, summarize this field. Sum, average, min, max. Grand total, very clear. You want to sort the data? Sort it in ascending order. Sort it in the descending order based on a particular field. Then we are getting the data here. When you are getting the data, this is the table, which is called a tabular report. Because the list of records are displayed in the form of table. The list of records displayed in the form of table. List of records displayed in the form of table, so it is a tabular report. Now I want to add one extra column here. I want to add one extra column. Look at this. Bucket this field. If amount is 1 lakh, if it is 1 lakh to 2 lakhs, So what was this? One extra column was created. This column was created based on the data which is available in this column. Based on this data, one extra column was created. Based on this data, one extra column was created. Based on this data, one extra. This is called bucketing the field. Adding one more field to the report based on the data which is there in the column. Based on the data which is there in the column, I was trying to create one more column which is called bucketing the field. Which is called bucketing the field. Which is called bucketing the field. Bucketing the field. Okay. Then click on run the report. We got the report here. Run the report here. Then we have save as. Opti, tabular, saved in unified public reports. I'll tell you what is this. Stored in a folder called unified public reports. Report is generated. Once again, I am trying to recreate the report.
Satish, we can export this into Excel, right?
We will do it step by step. We have a process. I'll explain it. Now, look at this. Again, I am converting this report. I want this report to be displayed in the form of summary. Summary means group by. So I can give here group by this field. When you say group by this field, grade C 7 records, grade B 2 records, grade A 4 records. Group wise you are getting the group value is 4,05,000. This group 2,45,000. This is 40,65,000. We are grouping the data as per your requirement. We are grouping the data as per the requirement. Are you getting my point here? Group by grade C. We got here. This is one group, second group, third group. Run the report. Save as. Now we are grouping this. Look at this. Grade C, this is the data. Grade B, this is the data. Grade A, this is the data. Right. Now we want to go with the next one. When you are grouping the data, we have some extra conditions. What was that? Conditional highlighting. Look at this. So, what was this option? Conditional. What is conditional highlighting? Based on the data, we want to give a different colors. Now I told select the field, sum of amount up to 3 lakhs, this color, up to 10 lakhs, this is the color. What happened? Representing the data with a different colors here. Conditional highlighting. Pass, show me in green color. Fail, show me in red color. So we want to apply some color to the based on the data, which is called conditional highlighting. I hope you got my point. Conditional highlighting. Applying the conditions. Then next we have bucketing the field, summarizing the value, bucketing the field, summarizing the value, applying the conditions. Now this is what? This is what type of report is this? This is summary report. Now I want to go for matrix report. When you want to say matrix report, what will happen? Look at this. Matrix report. When you say matrix report, I told group by lead source. From the report, here I have hide the details. When you say hide the details, look at the point. Grade C, Grand Hotels, blank. There are 3 records. Emergency generated, blank. Permanent emergency generated, phone inquiry. Digital mobile generators, purchase list. University of agent installations, employee referral. Are you getting my point? This record belongs to which source? Matrix. I told you, row wise and column wise grouping. They are grouped based on grade. Column wise they are grouped based on lead source. Hide the data. You get the story here. Grade C, blank 3, phone inquiry 1, purchase list 1, employee referral 1, external referral 1. Grade B, blank 1. Okay, external referral. Grade A, blank 3. Employee referral 1. Overall, blank 7. Phone inquiry 1. Purchase list 1. Employee referral 2. Are you getting my point? This is what? Matrix. Row wise and column wise grouping. Opti matrix. This is how we saved it. Now, you open any one of the report, you have show details. Show details means records and the conclusions. Records and conclusion. When I say hide details, only conclusion. Don't show me the records, only show me conclusions. Show data or show details or hide details. Show data or hide details. Okay. Now, when you say show details and hide details, show means analysis along with the records. Hide means only the conclusions. Customize if you want to modify it. Save the report, save as, delete, printable view. When you say printable view, the exact report comes in the form of printable view. Let us see. The same report in a printable structure. Print view of the report. Then we have export. Whatever the report we have, the same report will be exported. When I say export, data which is there in the report will be exported. Print will print the report. Export means records used in this. The records which are in the report will be exported. Only records will be exported, not the report. Not the report format. Records will be exported. Print means exact. Print means exact format of the report will be given. Subscribe so that any change happens on this, people will be notified. So we can export, we can print. Export in which format? Export in CSV, export in Excel. We can export the report in two formats, CSV format or Excel format. Are you clear about this? Hide the data, show the data, customize, save, delete, print, export. Here, I can run the report right now, or I can run the report in the future. I can schedule. Every Saturday, run this report. Schedule the report. Every week, on Saturday, run the report at this particular time. I am scheduling the report. We can schedule the report. Are you clear? We can schedule the report. We can schedule the report. I hope you are good with this. We can schedule the report. Okay. Now let us come back to the quick points here. You created the report, you want to run it. How the records in the report will be displayed? Now, this is a student. Now, go to the OWD. Go to the OWD. Go to the profile. In the opportunity, where is the opportunity object? Then go to OWD. I made OWD as private. OWD I made as private. So which record student can see?
Only his own records.
Now I told OWD is private. So student will be able to see only his records. Now, meanwhile, let me give you what happened here. I already created a report. I already created the report. This is the report what we are able to find. These are the records. We already created the report. These are the records what we are able to see. Now, go back to this. Click on the report. Then, what is the folder we got here? Public report folder. Now, he was able to see the record. Right now, he was able to see the record. Wait for this to be applied. Till now, he was able to see the record. Everything he was able to see. Let the file be updated. Once it is updated only, I can show the output. I want to, okay, right. Now, whatever is applied, go back. Which data he was able to see? 0 records. I created a report, I saved it. Same report this guy was opening. Now, the report which is already created, the report which is created, I already saved this report to a table. Same report this person is opening, but what happened? The same report when this person opened, you are not able to see the records because reports will be running on user context. Now, the same report is opened by 4 people. They may or may not get the same view of the report because according to your profile, according to your OWD, according to your field level security, whatever the data you can see, whatever the fields you can see, whatever the records you can see, only the data will be shown in the report. Report may be same. You are opening a same report, but when you open, according to your profile, according to your OWD, according to your sharing rules, whatever the data that is permitted, only the data will be visible. Only that fields will be visible. So if 2 people open the same report, they may or may not find the same data because the reports are running on user context. When the reports are opened, they are running on user context. When 2 people open the same report, they are running on user context. So they may or may not have the same type of visibility. I hope you are clear with this. Now, let us take the next one. Next one is joint report. What is a joint report? Joining 2 or more reports into. If you want to join 2 or more reports into a single report, both have to be developed on same object. If both the report types are developed on the same object, then we can join this. Look at the point. New report. Somebody has created a customer with loan. I will select this. This is one report. I am going with join. The moment I said joined, one option enabled here. What is that? Add report. Was the object here? Okay. Let me remove some of the fields. I'm just trying to put the data. That's for a time. Now at the bottom, I was trying to take some. Just creating two reports, joining both of them. When you want to merge the two or more report types into a single report type, we call it as what? Joined report. Both the report types has to be built on same primary object. I told you, name, place, name, amount. We want to join both of them and show it. Right. Now, how many types of report types are there? How many types of report types are there? There are two. Okay. How many types of report types are there? There are four types of report types, four types of reports. What are the four types of reports? Tabular, summary, matrix, and join. Tabular means list of record. Summary means row-wise and column-wise. Okay, row-wise grouping. Matrix means row-wise and column-wise grouping. Join means joining two or more report types into single. What is a report type? What is a report type? Report type will inform. Report type will specify. Okay, report type will specify. Okay, what is the data on which I am working? What is the data? What is the data? Okay, which we are using, and which object we are using. Okay, which object we are using, which fields we are using. What is the data we are using? On which object, which fields, which data. On which object, which fields, which data. Right. Next, the reports are going to run on which context? Reports are going to run on which context? User context. What do you mean by user context? What do you mean by user context? Right. What do you mean by user context? When you say user context, they are going to run on as per the user's OWD, user's profile, user's sharing rule, user's field level security. As per the user profile, as per the user OWD, as per the user field level security, everything is going to be considered. If two people open the same report, will they get the same access? May or may not. We cannot guarantee. It may or may not. So the person who is running the report is called running user. Person who is seeing the report is called viewing user. When both the people open, I cannot guarantee both of them will be getting same type of access. Reports can be scheduled or the reports can be executed at the same time. Run now or schedule. Run now or schedule it. I hope you are good. Okay. Let us go to the next. The same report you want to show in the graphical representation. Now the reports, if you want to show in the graphical representation, how will you show it? Now, the quick point, one point I missed out. Let me finish the point first. Now, the reports, whatever you created, where are these reports stored? Reports are stored to a folder. How many types of folders are there? There are four types of folder. One is my personal custom reports. Any report that is stored to this folder cannot be shared with anyone. Once you create a report, if you are storing them to my personal custom report folder, these reports cannot be shared with anyone else. My personal custom report folder. Any report that is created will be saved to a folder. Any report that is created will be saved to a folder. The report which is stored in this folder, cannot be shared with anyone else. Then we have unified public reports. Whichever the report that is stored to this folder, all the people who have access to this folder in the profile. In the profile, there is an option called view reports in public folder. Manage reports in the public folder. So all the profiles who have access to this folder in the profile level, if you have a permission called view reports in the public folder or manage the reports in the public folder, then they will be able to access it. The next we have these are what? Standard folders. In the standard folders, we cannot store custom reports. Custom reports can be stored either to my personal custom report folder, unified public report folder, or your own folder. Standard report folders can only hold standard reports. Standard report folder can only hold standard reports. You cannot store custom reports in the standard folder. So any report that you create, that can be saved to what? Unified public report folder, my personal custom report folder, or you can create your own folder and save it. Standard reports and custom reports cannot be saved to a single folder. Okay. Look at the point. Now I have, you are able to see the folder. Click on this. What is the option we have? New report folder. You created your own folder. Once you created your own folder, you have a choice to share with whomever you want. You can share the folder with a user or a particular role or a role and subordinate or public. So you have a choice with whom you want to share. When I say reports are stored to unified public report folder, it will be shared with everyone who has that permission. But when I create my own folder, I have a choice with whom I have to save it. What type of access you want to give? Manage, edit, view. Manage means you can create and delete also. Edit, you can only modify. View, you can only see. So you can create your own folder, grant the permission on the folder to whomever you want. You can create your own folder, grant the permission to whomever you want. You can create your own folder, grant the access to whomever you want. Is that was clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? Okay. So how many types of folders are there? 4 types. Standard folder, my personal report, custom report folder, unified report folder, unified public report folder, and your own custom folder. Any report that is stored to standard will be only standard report. My personal cannot be shared with anyone else. Unified public report, any report that is stored to this folder, any report that is stored to this folder can be shared with anyone whose profile has view or manage reports in the public report folder. Access is given. Next we have 4th one, your own custom report folder. You can store the report into that folder, share with whomever you want, grant the access to whomever you want. I hope you are good. Clear for everyone?
Can I share through email?
No.
Through email, can I share?
No.
Okay.
I hope you are good with this. Right. Now, the same reports represented graphically. How do you represent the reports graphically? The same reports. When you look at the hierarchy, now the people who are on the top of the pyramid, if they want to see the report, they cannot go through the Excel sheets. The people who are on the top of the pyramid, if they want to go through the reports, they cannot go through Excel sheet. They want a pictorial representation. So, representing these reports pictorially is called dashboard. So, we have dashboards. What is the dashboard? Representing the reports in the graphical representation is called dashboard. Now, we have 11 types of dashboard components. Like we have horizontal, vertical, line, pie, dot, funnel, gauze, like this. There are 11 types: horizontal, vertical, line, pie, dot, funnel, scattered, gauze, metric, tabular, VF. 11 types of components are there. Using these 11 types of components, we can create our dashboard. In a dashboard, how many components I can add? 20 components. In a dashboard, we can have 20 components. How many different types of components are there? 11 different types of components are there. There are 11 different types of component, right? But in a single dashboard, we can represent 20 elements. Now, drag and drop the component. We have a data source. Select the report which you want. Select the report which you want. So what was this? Select the component, select the report, drag and drop. So that's graphically represented. Are you getting my point here? So we are simply selecting the element, selecting the report, drag and drop. Now you want to change the settings here. Look at the point. If you want to change the settings, click on this. So what happened? Gauge like a speedometer, minimum value, max value, currently where I am. So pictorial representation of your reports is called dashboards. Now, there is advantage of dashboard. Here we have view dashboard as Satish. So this dashboard will run like Satish. I told view dashboard as student. I can run the dashboard as a particular user or as the person who logged in. The person who logged in, on his name he can generate the dashboard, or he can generate the dashboard as particular user also. Now person who logged in is Satish, but he was generating the dashboard as student. As per the student, whatever the report is generated, that report is used for dashboard generation. Now when I say view as student, reports will run like student. Whatever the reports we got, on that report, dashboard is created. Right, boss? Now they are given option: run the dashboard as specific user or run the dashboard as logged in user. Person who logged in, you want to see the dashboard as him, or you want to run the dashboard as specific user. When I say run the dashboard as specific user, let anybody log in. For them, dashboard will be visible as Satish only. When I say run as logged in user, if I log in, as per my data, dashboard will come. When you log in, as per your data, dashboard will come. When I say run as specific user, let anybody log in, dashboard will be visible as Satish. I'm saying don't run the dashboard with the credentials of the user who logged in. Let anybody log in, always show the dashboard as Satish means whenever you log in, always the dashboard will be shown with respect to the data that is generated by Satish. When you say run as logged in user, when you log in, according to your OWD, according to your sharing rules, according to your profile, whatever the data is coming, with the data, dashboard will be generated. So run as specific user or run as logged in user. I hope you are good with this. When you say run as specific user, let anybody log in. All of them will see the dashboard as the corresponding person. When you say run as login user, dashboard will be visible with respect to the particular person who logged in. Is that was clear? This is not available in reports, but this is available on dashboard. This concept is called dynamic dashboards. What we call it as dynamic dashboards. Now the question is, whatever the dashboard that is created, how do you display to the users? Whatever the dashboard you created, how do you display to the user? Look at the point. Setup, build, customize. We have home, home page layouts, home page components. You are able to see dashboard. So go to home page layout, edit, dashboard. Go to the home page. You are able to see the dashboard. So whenever the report changes, dashboard also will change. Now let us give overall conclusion. What is a report type? Report type will specify on which object you are creating a report. Now, we have a report types. Report type specifies on which object we are creating the report, on which set of data we are creating a report, on which fields we are creating the report. Report types are classified into two types: standard, custom. What are standard report types? Report types that are created by the Salesforce on the standard object as well as on the custom objects on which allow reports option is enabled. Now, custom report types. These are the report types created by the user. How he has created: setup, build, create report types, new custom report types. Select the primary object, enter the name, description, choose the folder, deployment status. Then specify on which data you want to create a report. You want to choose only the data from this table or the corresponding child table. There are two options: include all the parent records only which have childs, or include all the parent records irrespective of whether you have childs or not. That's what. Every parent record should have at least one child. Every parent may or may not have child. Up to how many levels you can go? 3 levels. Okay. Click on the edit layout. Select the list of fields available in the report. Then, who can create, update, delete the custom report types? Then in the profile we have an option called manage custom report types. In the profile we have an option called manage custom report types. To delete the report type, modify all. If you have these two permissions, you can create a new report type or modify. Report folders. What are they? There are 4 types of folders: standard report folder, my personal custom report folder, unified report folder, custom report folder. Standard report folder. This folder will contain only standard reports. We cannot store custom reports in this folder. My personal custom reports. Any report that is stored in this folder are visible to only running user who created the report. Reports stored in this folder cannot be shared with any user. Unified public report folder. What is this unified public report folder? Reports which are stored in this unified public report folder can be accessed by all the users whose profile has manage reports in the public folder or view the reports in public folder. So reports which are stored in this folder, unified public report folder, the reports which are stored in this folder can be accessed by all the users who have managed reports in the public folder or view reports in the public folder. Okay. Now, custom reports folder. You can create the report folder, share with a user, role and subordinate, public. What type of permission? View, edit. Now, what are the permissions that are required in the profile? First, new report button. When you want to create a report, you are finding a button called new report. If you want to see that button called new, your profile should have create and customize. If you have this permission, then only you can see the button called new. Then, if you want to see the report builder, when you click on new, report builder page is getting open. Now, if you want to see that report builder, we have options. Report builder, run reports. If these two options are enabled, you can see report builder screen. If you want to export the report, there is an option called export report. If you want to schedule the reports, in the profile, there is an option called schedule report. If you want to customize your report, there is an option called edit my reports. Which profile, which license people will have? Salesforce license people. Only the people who have a Salesforce license, only they will have these options. Then reports. How many types of reports? Tabular, summary, matrix, join. Tabular is list of records which are meeting the filter criteria. Right. What we can do? We can sort the records. We can summarize the field. We can apply bucket. If you want, you can show or you can hide. Show or hide. Show or hide means what? Show the records with the conclusion. Only show the conclusion. What we can do? Print the report, export the report. Print the report, export the report. In how many ways we can export? CSV or Excel. Right. So in a tabular report, how many records can be there? 200 records can be. Summary, row-wise grouping of the records is called summary. The summary, what is the extra condition we have? Conditional. And we can also add chart. I'll show you this. Then, matrix report. Column-wise and row-wise grouping is called matrix. Join report, joining two or more report types which are built on the same object is called join report type. Now, running user, person who is creating the report. Viewing user, person who is viewing the report. Now, running user and viewing user may or may not have same access because reports are going to run on user context. Are you clear? A quick theoretical points. The next, let me show what is the dashboard? Graphical representation of reports. Graphical representation of reports. So, dashboard is a graphical representation of report. Dashboard can be created on summary. This is the major point. We cannot create a dashboard on other reports. Why? Unless the x-axis and y-axis, we cannot create a dashboard. So, dashboards can be created only on summary and matrix report. Now, we have 11 types of dashboard components. What are they? Horizontal, vertical, line, pie, round, funnel, scattered, VF, metric, table, cards. 11 types. How do you create a dashboard? Setup, dashboard, new dashboard, choose the component, choose the source report, choose the running user, save it. What is the dynamic dashboard? Dashboard can be created as logged in user or specific user, which we call as dynamic dashboard. How many we can create? 5. Dashboards can be saved to a folder. How many dashboards we can add? 20 components we can add to a single dashboard. Then how do you show the dashboard on home page? Setup, build, customize, home page layout, edit, enable. Now, what are the permissions that are required? Create and customize dashboard. If you want to create a dashboard, your profile should have this permission. If you want to create a dashboard folder, create dashboard folder. If you want to see the dashboards in the public folder, view dashboards in public folder, manage dashboards in public folder. If you want to modify your own dashboard, edit my dashboard. Okay, the dashboards which are created by somebody, they are stored in his own personal report folder. You created a dashboard, stored in my personal dashboard folder. Once you store the dashboard in your own personal dashboard folder, nobody can see it. But if you want to grant permission on those type of dashboards also, when a user created, he kept in my personal dashboard folder that nobody can see it. But I want administrator want Satish to see all the private dashboards of all the people. Then he give what? Manage all private reports and dashboard. Manage dynamic dashboard builder. View my team dashboards. This is what permissions in the profile. Different types of permissions what we have in profile. Okay. So basically, what are these reports? Analysis. What is your dashboard? Graphical representation. Reports are analysis. Dashboards are graphical representation. Are you clear? Now I want to know month-wise how many leads are generated. I want to know month-wise how many leads are generated. What type of report you create? I want a report. Right. I want a report. You are disturbing a lot. Right. You're not listening. You're not letting other listening. We are also disturbing the class. Right. Not interested. You can move out. Right. Fine. Now, look at the point. When I say, I want a report to be created month-wise. I want to see number of leads created month-wise. I want to see number of leads created month-wise. How will you generate it? right? We are grouping. Month-wise means we are grouping it. Summary. Now, I want to get the list of opportunities which are going to close next month. I want the list of opportunities which are going to close next month. I want one list of record. If it is a list of record, what type of report is this? Tabular. You simply want a group of records, it is a tabular. Now, I want to know, okay, I want to month-wise, okay, product-wise report. I want the month-wise, product-wise report. Then what type of matrix? I want, okay, account-wise, opportunities, month-wise. I want accounts. Okay, what are the opportunities? Okay, what are the opportunities raised by the accounts? Month-wise, I want. Month-wise, product-wise. I want list of opportunities that are raised by the customers. List of opportunities raised by the customers, month-wise. So I need to group by month. At the same time, customer-wise I want. So group by customer, group by month. So what was that? It is a summary. I told you we can group up to 3 levels. First group by month, subgroup by account, group by month, subgroup by account. Are you getting? Depends upon the requirement we need to take. If it is a list, tabular. If it is a row by group by summary. You want to go with a comparison of point to B to B, it has to be matrix. Are you clear? Graphical representation, you'll go with the dashboard. Graphical representation, dashboard. I hope you are clear with this. Am I clear? Okay. Right. Then we have one more point here, which is called reporting snapshot. I hope these 2 points are clear. Reports and dashboard. Okay. Being a developer, we use very less. That's why I was quick on these points. Okay. Being a developer, you'll be working very less on this. Maximum, it's not working very less, you'll not work. Okay. But as an administrator, there's a scope, but being a developer, you don't work. So we made it very quick quick on the critical points here. Now, let us go to the next one. Reporting snapshot. What is that reporting snapshot? Let me give you what is this reporting snapshot. I have a table boss. Try to understand this concept. Name of the student, course year season, fee that is due. This is the data. This is the data which is available in Jan 31st. I told create a report about amount collected, amount pending. So what happened? Jan, I create a report. Month, Jan, fee collected 6,200, due 13,000. This is the amount. This is the data what we have in January. Then what happened? Next, our report is created, saved. Report is created. Later on, what happened? People will be making a payments. Then they made a payment of 9,000. 8,000. Now we had some due of. Now on February 28th, I made a report. In the February 20th, the report what I made, the report will be created on what? The current data. Whenever I create a report will be created on current data. February 17,000. Now in the month of March, Now in the month of March, they asked me to create a report, but not on the data which is available now. The data which is available in the January, they asked me to create a report. Is it possible? Report will be created on the data which is available today. When I am creating a report will be created on the data which is available at this point of time. But what this guy want? He want the report to be created on the data which is available in the month of January. The historical data. The old data is nothing but historical data. Now I want to make a report on historical data. Is it possible? No. We can only create the data. We can only create the report on the current data. But I want to make a comparison with the old data. The report which was created in the January, the data which was there in January is different from data which is available today. Now I want to compare today data with the January data, but I don't have that January data because you are modifying the data. Once you entered, you keep on modifying the data. We have updated the data. We don't have old data, but I want to compare today's report with my old data report. Then how can you create a report? Report is always created on current data. So that's the reason they create a reporting snapshot. What is this reporting snapshot? Boss, whatever the report you are creating, store this report, conclusions of this report, you store it in a table. Now what I have done, I created a table like this. I created a table, month, like this again. Once the report is created, it will store. January month, 6,200. Date, some Jan 31st. Created by Satish. February. What was that? When you create the report, the conclusions that are created by the report, when you create the report, the conclusions of the report, I may store the conclusion, I may store every record. You have a choice. You want to store all the records like Sham, January, Sham, February, Sham, March. You want to store record individually or you want to store conclusions individually. So the data which is available now, on this data report is created. That report we want to store to a table. We want to store to a table. In the future, when I want to say, I want to compare today's report with the January report. In the January, on the time, at the time of January, whatever the data was there, on the data we already created a report. That report is available in this table. Now today we create a report, compare your data with the old data. What was this called? Okay, tracking your trends, historical data tracking. So whatever the report you created, conclusions of this report, we are storing to a table like a record. Like in January, I created a record. January, I created a report. In the January report, whatever the conclusions we got, those values are stored to a table. Like that, every month I am storing the conclusions to a table. Now I can compare these conclusions and see whether business is growing or decreasing. What was this called? Reporting snapshot. Reporting analytical snapshot. Analyzing the historical data with current data. What was this called? Reporting snapshot. Whatever the report you created, that report data is stored to a table like a record. Now the question is, which report I can store? We can only store tabular report and summary report. Which report we can store? Tabular report, summary report. Only tabular and summary we can store. In which object I can store? The object should be a custom object. Object should not have any workflows. Object should not have any triggers. Object should not have any workflows. Object should not have any triggers. Object should not have any validation. Object should not have any process builders. Right? So on which object I can store? It should be a custom object without workflow, without trigger, without process builder, without validation. It should be a custom object without workflow, without trigger, without process, without validation. And it should be a custom object. Now which report I can store? Tabular report, or summary report. What I can store? Conclusions or every record. You want to store every record, you can store it. Only conclusions, you can store the conclusions. What is this concept called? Reporting snapshot. Look at this. Setup. Administer. Data management. Reporting. New reporting snapshot. Now, run the report as which user? Then they ask, what is your source report? Look at this, only tabular and a summary. Target object, choose any object. Then, which field in the report? What was it? Target object must not include. You selected a client, but the client has a workflow on it. It also have. Then you go back again, choose any object. The object should not have any workflows. So I'll try to create one object here. Just because I'm creating a data, okay. Now look at the structure. How you create? Setup, administer, data management, reporting snapshot, run like Satish, source report, summary, target object, test data. Okay. Now they're asking, do you want to take a grand analysis or group analysis? Grand total you want to take or group wise total you want to take? Grand total you want to take? Summary, every group will have its own value. You want to take a grand or group wise? I told group wise. Check the fields. This is the field in the report. This is the field in the table. Map the fields. Then, when you want, schedule it. I told run this snapshot every week on Friday and at so and so time. So this will run on every Friday, and okay, whatever the conclusion we are getting in the report, that is stored to the table as a record. So whenever I want to check the previous data, I'll go to the table and check the analysis. I hope you are good. So what was the concept here? Whatever the report we are creating, the report will give you some conclusions. The conclusions we want to store to a table for the future reference. Today when I create a report, as per the current data, report is created. In the future, I want to check this data. Then I'll store this data to a table as a record. So in the future, if you want to come back to this data and verify, you will have the copy of the data. I hope you're good. So today report will be created according to today's date. Tomorrow report will be created according to tomorrow's date. Tomorrow's data. Now tomorrow I want to check the data. I want to check the report. I want to create a report on the data which is available today. It is not possible. There is a reason. When you create a report, conclusions of the report, we are storing to a table like a record. So that in the future, if you want to identify what was the data available 2 months back, then I can come to this table and verify the data. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point here? Is that was clear? Is that was clear? What was this called? Reporting snapshot. Okay. Now, I'll tell you the topics which you are supposed to prepare.